Hey YouTube, this is a response to, albeit very late response because it's no longer February or Black History Month, but this is a response to Jay Claxton's video about being a regular black person. Like I said, this is really my first, maybe I didn't say it, but this is really my first video log. I had no desire to do any type of video logging or anything. I just, don't normally just have time. Just so happens that I'm on a short leave of absence, and so I started looking at everybody's videos, and so I'm kind of going backwards and then forwards. But anyway, I digress. This particular topic hit home to me because I started trying to track my own ancestral heritage about 2 years ago. But actually, I feel like I've been in the process of it for 7 years, but you'll start and then you stop and then you start and then you stop and then you start, you hit a wall, then you stop, then you start, you hit another wall, then you stop, because African Americans have a tendency to not write things down, and so the only information that you get is from the older relatives that you have, and I'm probably saying stuff that everyone probably already knows. Anyway, I decided to pick it back up again it was last year. It was February of last year, and I went to Ancestry.com. I've always known that I had a white great-great-grandfather, but we weren't quite sure what he was. I had no idea if he was Irish, German, whatever. Who didn't know. I suspected a few years ago that he was Irish, but I really didn't research it. So anyway, one day where, it was snow so bad, I don't think anybody went to work and nobody went to school. We just kind of stayed in. I was up in the wee hours of the morning, and I decided, let me try this, family heritage thing again. Let me go on Ancestry.com. So I went in, filled in all of the blanks with all the names that I had researched with my mom from years ago and dates and things like that. And I noticed that on Ancestry.com there is a button that says click here to see if your relative is on anyone else's tree. And so I thought, okay. So I clicked the button and there were two other names that showed up. So I went ahead and I emailed the two people, and I actually got one response back within an hour, I think. It was really kind of creepy. And the person said, I think I can help you. Here's my number. If you could please give me your number so I can call you. And so I thought, okay, well, she gave me her number. She gave me her name, her full name, so I guess it should be okay if I give her my home phone number. So I did. So I was all excited and everything because I had no idea what this person was going to tell me, but she said she seemed to think that she could help me. And so, I called my mother, calling my sisters, I'm calling everybody, And so while I was talking to one of my sisters, I get this phone call, and it's from this lady. And so I talked to her, and she had the heaviest southern drawl I have heard in a long time, but it was so quaint, it was so cute. Anyway, come to find out, my great-great-grandfather was her great-grandfather. And she was, again, Irish American. So I thought, okay, well, there we go. There you have it. I'm looking for a slave ship. I'm thinking I'm going to have to search through slave logs, try to get names, and it started giving me a headache to think about what I was going to have to do, considering the fact that, some slaves took on the names of the town that they were in, and, or their master's name. Whew. Anyway, so here I am. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm looking for a slave ship when I should have been looking for a steamer, from, Ireland or wherever it came from. I think it came from, actually, London. But anyway, I started talking to this lady, and she's been researching the family history for 20 years. She started spouting off to me who everybody was, when they got here, because they all ended up in Mississippi. Very strange. Most people who came from Ireland and London, or Ireland and England, landed on the East Coast and didn't really come out too much further. But mine went completely down south, almost darn near New Orleans, near Natchez, Mississippi. So, I started just listening to her, and she became fascinated. She wanted my address. She sent me a packet that was like this thick with all the family history, the coat of arms. Our family has a coat of arms, and on a coat of arms, it has this little saying, the family colors, just all this kind of stuff, and I was just blown away. Blown away. So I'm thinking, okay, here I go. I'm Irish? Not African, but Irish? I mean, I'm African someplace, don't get me wrong. But Irish? So, okay, here we have it. My whole young life, I'm wanting to be Greek so I can, do the little dance and eat baklava or know how to make it. I wanted to be Jewish so I could share in the holidays. I wanted to be, something, Latin, Puerto Rican, Mexican, something that had some kind of historical, and I mean more than just the past 300-400 years historical, but I mean major historical, culture from way back, and songs and holidays and dances, and I wanted all of that. And now all of a sudden I have it, but why am I feeling guilty? Why am I feeling so guilty about exploring it any further, or more guilty about even embracing it? I think sometimes I not only feel guilty, but I almost feel embarrassed about embracing it, because who's going to even fathom or imagine that I would be of Irish descent? And are people going to be angry because I talk about my Irish heritage more than I talk about my African heritage? It's only because I don't know it. I'm like you. I have no idea. I have no clue. I think every African American that I know says they got Indian in them. You know what? Well, my family says the same thing. I don't see it. Haven't seen it. I've kind of dismissed it after I saw another Henry Gates video about family trees and stuff. So what do? Here comes what's the holiday? St. Patrick's Day coming up. I feel guilty. Should I celebrate it? Should I wear green? Should I buy one of those t-shirts that says "Kiss Me, I'm Irish"? Or am I going to have to put, the proof on the back that I really am from Irish heritage? There are festivals. If I walk into this festival, where they're drinking green beer, are they going to think I'm a waitress? The hostess? Or are they going to think that I'm Irish? I mean, I feel like I need this. I'm going to have like a dossier of proof to walk into anywhere where they're celebrating this Irish heritage. So even with the African festivals and things that are here, I like them, I enjoy them, they're nice, but I don't see where I fit. Oh, you are a queen and you should know your heritage and you should, okay, yeah, I should, but I don't. So now that I don't, what do I do? Now, after, looking at Henry Gates, after searching his website, and actually after emailing him and him emailing me back, if you got $1,500 to $2,000 and, you can give a swab of, so your DNA can be tested, they can now tell you, oh, well, we think that you are pretty much around this heritage. Okay, but how many people have $2,000 to figure that out? Now, honestly, I'm thinking about it. But at this point, I don't think it's going to happen. So, do I feel like I'm a regular black person? No, I don't feel like I'm regular by any means. And even from other African Americans, they don't make me feel regular either. So, in most cases, not saying that there's just anything that it's anything derogatory or mean or anything like that. Not saying that at all. It's just that, because of how I look, I don't look like the normal black person, I guess. I mean, Tyra Banks has green eyes, and I've got eyes that are similar to hers, only they're like weird olive army kind of green something. And then I cut all my hair out, but I used to have this hair that was so thick and so long, you would have thought that I had on a wig. And it wasn't until weaves came in that people started trying to do weave checks on me on the sly. But anyway, regular black person. I don't know. I don't think that I'm a regular black person. I really don't. But it's nothing that I lament. It's okay. I'm learning to accept it. But what I want to do is to be able to embrace all of who I am. Not just the African side, but the Irish side, which I am finding out is really an English side. So anyway, just wanted to give my perspective, albeit a little bit different on that. And Good topic. Really good topic. Enjoyed it.